Oh my god. I have actually found a... What's up guys, it's Keanu, and today we're playing every old gen Call of Duty on the Xbox 360. Now, y'all guys do not understand how long it actually took me to find a match. Oh, we have wet work. Yo, there's no way. I apologize if the game volume was too loud, but you know, we're on COD 4. I'm not so sure. I really hope, because I be forgetting like the default audio settings are so loud on these old Call of Duty games. They'd be like ramped up to like 1,000,000. This is COD 4, man. The graphics do not hold up well. I mean, come on. This game came out, what, 2007? I was 4 years old when this game came out. Jeez, that is insane. I'm such a bad like Modern Warfare sniper. It's like you have to like stop and then scope in. You know? Or I didn't really play COD 4 like that. Obviously, like I said, I was 4 years old, so I didn't really play COD 4 like that. Also, at the time when I did have an Xbox, at this time I could not afford Xbox Live. Yeah, I was a broke boy. Thnx. I was a brokey, alright? Like, I admit it, you know, I was a brokey. You know, it happens. It is what it is. Then a nade, the same spot, like 3 or 4 times, bro. Jug. I despise Juggernaut. Snake off.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
That sounded OD wrong, but we're just gonna go with it. 4 with the red dot? Like, I'm always dying to nades in Infinity Ward Call of Duties. I just don't understand. Any and every single little kill feels satisfying. Connection was everything. This was COD 4. I mean, you know, the performance wasn't too great, but you know, it happens. Next game, World at War. Now, we are on World at War. World at War. We are on World at War. Now, this isn't usually a lot of people's favorite pick in the Call of Duty franchise. Granted, I know there are their stands out there. You know, there are their World at War stands. But you don't go down the street, ask a dude what is his favorite Call of Duty, and like he's most likely to say World at War. I'm gonna be honest, like that is not a common occurrence. But you know, they're out there. This was revolutionary in a lot of ways. I mean, multiplayer is cool. Like, it's fine. It's kind of a copy and paste of COD 4, but what really separated this game from others was the introduction of zombies. Nazi zombies. This is the first game with zombies in it. You know, like, this was revolutionary. Granted, you go back and play World at War Zombies now. In my opinion, it is just so clunky. It has not aged well. Granted, it was iconic when the Vanos crew used to do those, like, custom zombies maps on the World at War engine and stuff. And then, you know, everybody transitioned to Black Ops 3 because, you know, it's just a better engine, the more superior zombies game. I can't hold it against this game, though, because this game came out in 2008. But that's besides the point. This was, like, the pioneer of a lot of things in the COD community, right? It's like the great-grandfather of the family. It's like, you gotta pay respect, not because they did it the best, but because they did it first, you know? Again, you know, 1 in 3, 3-bar connection. Like, I can't compete in these games right now, and I'm not gonna stress myself out trying to compete in these games, but, you know, okay, alright. Maybe one day I'll be in a populated area that plays the snaking is insane. Jeez, bro. Like, look at that snaking. Did he just noob tube him in World at War? That's crazy. I hate Jug. I despise it. Oh man, I love the PTRS though. It's like the Barrett 50 cal of this game. Maybe I should try like a traditional, you know, sniper. I don't know. That was a little suspect. I don't know. Okay. Everywhere I go, just explosives everywhere. Until I got older, I didn't realize the Call of Duty community was just driven and run by explosives. Dude, they have dogs. All right. Why aren't dogs one shot? I mean, I guess it makes sense they are one shot because then like it wouldn't justify the price or like how expensive the score streak is. He's even snaking. Why is everyone snaking? The MP40 across the map, man. The MP40 just ran this game. I refuse to abide by the meta. Like, I just want to play a different playstyle. You know, but that's just game. You can't blame these old games when people, like, just abuse the meta, because that's just how the gaming culture is nowadays. It's not even... That's why people say, oh, like, if we had this remastered, or if they just re-release this game, like, everything will be better. No, because the gaming culture is different in comparison to how it was before. That's just the truth of the matter, like, and people just can't accept that, and I honestly don't know why. Yo, this connection is great. How? Like, I don't... Just end it. Just end it. Just end it. Just end my misery, bro. I can't keep playing this game. Ah, yes. MW2. We're like in a team deathmatch, but technically it's like a modded ground war lobby because it's 99. This game is a very controversial one for a plethora amount of different reasons. I use plethora and different in the same sentence, so that's kind of counteracted, but besides the point. The point is, this game was controversial, alright? It had a lot of controversies, from the campaign to no controversial No Russian mission. This was around the time people started to believe that video game influenced violence in real life, which is a crazy statement to this day. Like, Jesus, wow, this... Maybe my sensitivity wasn't all the way up on those older games. I guess this started like the MOG phase era of Call of Duty, right? This started like the try-hard comp scene of Call of Duty, the trick-shotting era, the YouTuber era, you could say. I feel like the only person that was posting around COD 4, like, during its release year or era was like Blame Truth the Codfather. That's the only person I can think of from like the top of that. Another Claymore. This is what turned it mainstream. This is what that made it like that Mountain Dew and Doritos, like Doritos, you know, era. Like, this was it right here. Like, this was it, man. I didn't play this during its release cycle, you know. Obviously, I was 5 years old. Not that... Okay, I got kicked. Not that that would have, like, stopped me or anything, but, you know, like I said, unfortunately, I didn't have the funds to purchase Xbox Live. I didn't even have my own Xbox 360. It was my dad's at the time, you know, and I would just play, like, Grand Theft Auto 4, just, you know, doing, you know, pause, you know, running over the NPCs and shit, you know? But, yeah. That was my gaming history and journey. Now we're in a legitimate modded lobby, as you can see. And there is an infinite nuke icon on the top left. That's beautiful. But this is the experience. I never said it would be a good one. And I'm sorry, but I'm very transparent in my videos. I'm not going to lobby surf until I find a freaking plausible and, like, freaking normal lobby. I'm just going to queue up and whatever happens. We're back, like, to talking about this time period specifically. This is 2009. This is like, well, you could say this for World War II, but I feel like the after effects of the recession was really kicking in, and people were like, I feel like this is when, like, the era people, like, granted, video games were not cool yet. People did not consider video games cool. To the general public, you were seen as a nerd or weird during this time. How do I know? You was 5 years old? Listen, when I was in elementary school, I'm talking 2013, 14, 4th grade, 5th grade, video games wasn't really like a cool thing to talk about like you do now, right? There was always that stigma, like you're a nerd, like why are you playing video games all day? But this was like another foundation and pivotal moment of where it was like, it was, did my own teammate just kill me? Where it was changing, that was changing, the notion was changing. Why is my own teammate killing me? Okay, he has aimbot. Alright. Can I leave? Okay. This is the time where that notion was changing, right? It was just starting to change, you know? It wasn't a complete change yet. People were becoming more open to the idea of having video games as, like, an acceptable hobby. Talking general public, there was always those nerds like me who love video games from the beginning. But yeah, this was a pivotal moment, man. Like, FaZe is such a huge part of, like, the birth and the growth of the Call of Duty community. people know FaZe now as that community with the vlogs and signing rappers to their team and other influencers and streamers, but like the core and foundation of the FaZe team was Call of Duty and primarily Modern Warfare 2, to be honest. People could say BO2, but nah, I feel like Modern Warfare 2 is like when they started, if I'm not mistaken, you know? I get a modded lobby, and the next match I queue up to, I get derailed. Like, I just can't win. God, it's like they're hiding everywhere. How is that a hit marker? Like, come on! And then I died to a noob tube. Goodness, like, why are y'all hiding? Like, where are y'all? Like, this is why I hate derailed, man. And the fidelity in these old games are terrible. Like, geez, there's no anti-aliasing. Like, oh my god. Like, I respect the impact this game had on the community. I respect the history of it. I respect the background story of it. I respect everything. But me and this game, we just do not get along. Noob tubes. Like, like, what are you do? Oh my, like, you really just, and then I lagged and like propelled myself, boosted myself in front of him. Play like dude's just camping waiting me to just freaking like, why? That was the same guy. Like, I don't understand. And I can't mantle that. I am a soldier. Let me mantle this. I can't play like this. No, I just can't. I don't even care if I die. I just cannot play like that. He's around the corner. Yeah, go ahead. Look at you. I hit marker the headshot. Are you kidding me? Like, I just don't understand it. Honestly, I don't want to understand it at this point. Final stand! Final stand! Like, I just don't. And you have fun! Get me off this game. Just get me off this game. Get me off this. Now, for this one, we have to start at the iconic main menu. Like, this is what we talk about with COD innovation. You spam the triggers, you can get off the seat and just move around in a main menu. Like, this was so innovative. I don't know if like other franchises did this, but this was for sure a first in the Call of Duty franchise. You could come in here, you could put stuff in the computer. Like, this was crazy, you know. Honestly, I don't remember like the stuff you are able to put into the computer and stuff, but this was cool. Now let me get back and sit down and get destroyed in multiplayer. Black Ops 1. A very controversial Call of Duty game, especially in the sniping community, because as you can see, this initial sway is just, well, it sways. It's very unstable, you know. This game was crazy. The fact that I saw like Jeff speak about how an initial freaking montages and stuff, there was no quick scoping in these montages. It was all hard scopes. Any 4-mans, 5-mans, whatever, it was from straight hard scopes because the initial sway was that bad. It will take like a full second or two for the reticle to center into the middle of the screen, and obviously you can't quick scope like that. That is very interesting. Like, I've never experienced that because obviously I played Black Ops 2 after that patch, because this video game came out 2010 while I was a younger lad. You know, I'm still a young lad, but I was a younger lad. Like, I just suck. There are no excuses. I'm just terrible. Nobody said I have to be a YouTuber. I have to be a good gamer to be a YouTuber. I could just be a gamer that sucks, right? Like, no one, that's not, well, if your channel prioritizes like amazing gameplays, and yeah, you have to be great, but I never wanted to be a YouTuber to show off like amazing gameplays and stuff, because I don't feel like it's fair to hold myself to that high standard, because I cannot live up to that standard, to be honest. Such a hard scope. I do terrible in all of these games. You know, will I ever catch a break? Who knows? Who knows? But then again, and yet again, I am not playing with audio. It doesn't matter. Stop being trash. I just don't. Like, look at that move. Like, bro, you are sweating too hard, bro. I still killed you. You are terrible. You are terrible. You are terrible. No, you are terrible. You are terrible. You are absolutely terrible. You stunned me twice. You were snaking behind a desk, right? You got lucky because I hit markered you, yet you still died. You are terrible. You are absolutely terrible. Like, look at you, man. Look at you. Look at you. Why are you trying to do Omni movement in Black Ops 1? Like, I don't understand. Oh my god. I don't understand. With the claymores, just move around, please. Another claymore. Like, oh my god. Like I said earlier in this video, like, even though I'm doing absolutely booty butt ball sack juice, I still be having fun. Like, for real. All jokes aside, like, I still be having fun. And that's all that matters at the end of the day, right? Like, that's the initial and the intent and the purpose, the initial purpose / intent of these games, right? To give you a pleasant experience so you can have fun with the people you love, by yourself. It doesn't even matter. But it's just to have fun. That's what games are made for. Like, to have fun. That's the purpose of video games. But I feel like I lost that. And I was just always trying so hard to be the very best I can possibly be. Which there's nothing wrong with that. Strive to be the best that you can be. But when video games become stressful, I feel like that's when it's like you're at a point where you need to just chill out. Before you become like something you don't want to be. And come to a point of no return to where you're just constantly craving that next 50 or 60 bomb gameplay. Like, it's just an endless and vicious cycle. Like, it really is. Damn. Alright, I was last kill. And I did best on the team with 11 and 16. I did best on the team going 11 and 16. Oh, man. That was the final kill, though. On to the next game. Ah, man. Modern Warfare 3 now. And besides the next COD game that's coming up, which is Black Ops 2, I have the most memory side to this game, specifically because, like I stated before, like, during the 360 era until like 3 years after Black Ops 2's release date, I wasn't able to afford Xbox Live. So all I was able to do was play the survival game mode that was introduced to the series in this game with my pops, and it was actually like really fun, you know. Like, cause it was like zombies, but it was like, you know, people shooting back at you. I thought that was so cool. I feel like the survival game mode in this game is actually very underrated in the COD franchise, and a lot of people don't even know about it because who knows what the demographic of my audience is, right? It could be young kids that want to explore and understand like the origin of the whoa, that lag was crazy. I want to explore the origin and the foundation of the COD community, right? Or it could just be like old people reminiscing and what is this connection? I'm on a 4-bar. Regardless of the demographic and the audience that I'm speaking to right now, I just want to say, like, this game was also very controversial because, as you can see, or maybe you can or cannot, but a lot of people criticize this game for looking very similar to Modern Warfare 2, which I completely understand. It's very hard to distinguish between the two. Honestly, they look very similar. I feel like this game is a little more fast-paced, though, to be honest. Like, look how fast I put down that attack insert. Like, that's crazy. You go on top? You can go on top. You're just not gonna move. They never move. Why move? There's no purpose. Like, look, they just. I mean, listen, I'm not really moving much either. But jeez, bro. Trying to kill him, brother. With his gun. You know, what's such a hard adjustment for me is trying to stop, then ADS, then shoot. Because in a lot of these old Call of Duties, you have to completely stop your character. So, you know, the shot is not misaligned from the target. And that's a very hard adjustment for me because I'm so used to the omni movement and moving and grooving and then being able to hit your target at the same time. You cannot really do that in these old. You have to stop, ADS, shoot. You have to stop, ADS, shoot. Like, that's how you got to do it, and it's a very hard adjustment for me. Then you had to really pump the brakes and then shoot. Like, that's why sniping was like a risk and reward. It still is a high risk, high reward skill, but even more so back then, because like you have to completely stop your character and make you vulnerable. So like if you stop your character, easily you do with an AR or SMG, they can just spray you, right? So that's why it's honestly harder. The aim assist isn't as strong. Like, it's just harder in general. I didn't notice him. Wow, centering has been terrible too. Like, why? Why? Like, what are people doing? C4 to the face. Like, what? Like, how, that visual recoil is insane. How can you even see? And I ran right in. That was MW3. Like, let's move on. Black Ops 2, the latest and greatest of this generation. The last game of this generation. This was the game where I started. Jesus. This was the game where my love for Call of Duty spawned, right? Like, it's just, it feels the best to me. Maybe because it's the most recent out of all the last gen CODs. But it just feels right. The sensitivities in between CODs really do differ from one another. Like, they really do. Now, this COD, I watched a lot of Jev and a lot of Pomage. Two got an orbital VSAT and I'm still choking. That is crazy. Jesus. No! That's the thing too. I feel like the skill gap in the small player pool increased like the amount of skill you need to succeed in these lobbies. When it was a larger, more general population, 40-year-old dads coming home from 40-hour work weeks, taking back a cold one, it gave you more leverage to make more mistakes. It's like anyone who's on these old CODs nowadays are just a bunch of nerds. Black Ops 2. I love you. And my attack is still there. What is that? What is that? Damn. It just felt so crisp. The sniping felt so crisp. What is that? This dude is playing prop hunt in BO2. Like, that is crazy. What is that? And everyone just carrying on with the match. Like, everybody's just going on with the match. No one even cares to, like, stop and acknowledge it. Jesus. Collect! If you guys go back to these old Call of Duties, you will notice a significant dip in the aim assist department. And honestly, I kind of prefer it this way. I feel like you had to really show and prioritize like honing in your gunplay skills and like your gun skills, because it's like, you know, aim assist be carrying now. I ain't gonna lie, just be point and shoot for real. There's only 2 people in the lobby. That kill feed looks crazy. Just end the game. Yeah, just well, he did. And no more free spawn influencers. Alright. That, my friends, is all of the old Call of Duties. I want y'all to leave a like. I want y'all to subscribe. Let me know if you guys want me to go back to these old Call of Duties and do different challenges. This is just me like going over these old Call of Duties, I guess, giving like a brief history and just playing them really. I don't really have a specific goal. I wasn't really tryharding or anything. I was just going back to each time period and each era of each Call of Duty in this old era, the 360 era, the greatest era. We gonna have the best era. I got the best aura. I need to stop. Let me just end the video.